Hey, I'm Russ, and that is Lauren, and we have a new vinyl review for you today on the channel. And this one is going to kind of be a little bit of both, because not only are we going to actually review this vinyl pressing, but we're also going to talk a little bit about the record itself.
Yay.
This is a newer artist called Say She. This is their sophomore effort called Silver. And we have generally about the same way that we approach each vinyl pressing review that we do. So we're going to do that, but we're also going to make some comments about the music along the way. The first thing that we always talk about is packaging. I love everything. Like, I know that our album's called Silver, so it's like a little on the nose to have everything.
It's very shiny,
but it's also cool though.
Yeah,
like
I love
that,
it. I love it.
Even the printed inner sleeve that's with it is cool. One thing, if you've watched any of our vinyl reviews, you're probably like, oh, he's going to go on about there not being any poly inner sleeve. They're in polyline sleeves.
Oh,
Like they should be. The two LPs are in polyline sleeves. So like, my thing is, whomever is manufacturing this music and putting it out for people to enjoy wants you to not only enjoy this, but be able to take the care of it that you should, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I like, the metallic sleeves and outer sleeve and everything is all good and cool, but I love that the actual record is in polyline sleeves the way it should be. The actual two LPs, rather. Now, when we get into sound, for me, to be totally honest, as far as vinyl goes, I care about two things. I care about quiet vinyl, and I care about a wide soundstage or good dynamics. This record has both.
Yeah.
In spades. Real quiet vinyl, very wide soundstage. And now this is where we'll get into a little bit of the music. If you were going to play this for someone, how would you say, before you push play, how would you say, hey, this is going to sound like?
I would say like this is going to sound like ABBA or disco, but if it was happening now.
Right. Like, yeah, if it was,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've talked a lot on the channel before about newer music that I don't even want to use the word throwback, but newer music that sounds inspired by music from the past, right? And depending on how learned on newer artists you are, you might know the names that I've talked about before, like Broken Bells, Mayer Hawthorne, J.D. McPherson. They all do wildly different types of music. But when I've played those artists for people, like J.D. McPherson, for instance, I've said, hey, if you like rockabilly and 60s stuff, you're going to love this, right? But no one has ever heard that music and been like, yeah, but we already have Elvis or Buddy Holly.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I feel about this. I would say what you said. I would say to someone, hey, do you like Chic? You know, do you like ABBA? You know, do you like LaBelle? But I would never expect to put this record on and have someone go, yeah, but I've already heard LaBelle.
Yeah.
Like, if you like those artists, ooh, boy, are you going to like what you hear on this record?
I lost my mind pretty much when we sat down and listened to it for the
really
first time.
did.
Every track started, I was like, oh my God, I loved it. And I'm a big vocal harmony person. And the three women in Say She are so incredibly talented vocally that the harmonies are just up.
The harmonies are ridiculous on this. So to wrap up the sound portion and mini album review of it, my thing is, almost everybody you know now says, oh, there's no good music today, or there's no good artists. Well, if you step outside your usual bounds, you will find things. And we are fortunate on this channel to where someone reached out to us and said, hey, you need to hear this. And I'm so glad that they did, because I will be evangelical about this record.
Yeah, like, it's so good.
I will, if they want to send us other copies, I will take them door to door and be like, do you have a minute to
talk about Say She?
Yeah, to talk about the sophomore effort from Say She. So getting back to the review of the vinyl, from what I looked around online, you're looking at about $40 for this. I always say this in my videos as well. You should talk to your local record store owner. Don't go to Amazon or Walmart or any of their friends to look for this record. Go talk to your local record store. Worst case scenario, somebody in the record store is going to overhear you talking about this record and also ask about it. But if your local record store has it for, $45, $50, because again, the packaging is a little bit more deluxe, I think, than the regular. Your local record store is going to cut you a deal on it because you're buying music from them and a new artist. So 40-ish is what I said the cost would be at. We always talk about value on the channel, which is it's a sketchy place for me to talk, because my number one thing is you don't play the cover, right? But the packaging on this is cool.
It's very cool.
Right?
It's very cool.
Having said that, you're pretty stuck in your ways musically, right? And I mean that in a good way. I know
what I'm about.
Like. If I were to play this for you at a party and say, hey, you can go find this tomorrow for $40, would you slap the money down?
Based on how I reacted to hearing this for the first time, I absolutely would go slap the money down.
Right.
I would tell anybody to slap the money down for this.
Yeah,
like truly, it's.
Yeah. I mean, like if you have to, if you live out in the middle of the sticks, like go to Amazon and look for Say Shishi Silver and buy the vinyl. But if you don't live out in the sticks, go see your local record shop owner, and they might be like, "Who is that?" Because we were too. We were like, "Who is this?"
Yeah.
You know. And as a side note, I might say too, even though we're not reviewing it, I did take a listen to their debut LP. It's a little more R&B-ish than this is. This is more dancey and more disco, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It just is. Mm-hmm. But I would tell you to take a listen to that as well. So for us, this is one of those records that you come across that you start talking to other people about regularly. That in every way, the vinyl itself, I think it's a shining example of how you should present your LP.
Yeah.
Like from the outer sleeve to the way the inner sleeves are taken care of. And then the music on it is just so good. Like if you get a chance to pick this record up, I would absolutely pick this up with no issues whatsoever.
Right. I apologize to all my friends in advance for the fact that I'm not going to shut up about this album for probably a couple of weeks. So
which is fine. You know, in person and in this video, she's gonna be like, but watch our video again. Right. Like I said at the top of the video, that is Lauren. My name is Russ. We do all sorts of different video on the channel about all different sorts of genres. So if this is your first time with us, please drop a like on the video and hit the subscribe button. We have 4 different music videos every single week. If you are familiar with this band and were ahead of us on this, let us know. Leave a comment and let us know how long you've been a fan. If this is your first time hearing them and you go listen to a couple tracks, good, bad, or indifferent, let us know what you think. Leave us a comment. We would greatly appreciate that. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.